Hi, I'm Pat Morris, your host for the PM Talk Show. Our telecast is made possible by these fine underwriters, and we thank them very much.
Locally owned and operated by Drs. Wheat and Boobridge, the Animal Care Center in Hammond and Pet Care Center in Ponchatoula have 6 vets on staff with nearly a century of combined experience. Celebrating our 30th birthday in May, the Animal Care Center has offered a full line of veterinary services, which includes medicine, surgery, grooming, boarding, and 7 days a week emergency services. Our mission is to provide the highest quality of veterinary care in a professional, compassionate manner. The Animal Care Center and Pet Care Center, a commitment to excellence with love and care for your pet.
Hello again, and welcome to the PM Talk Show. This is Pat Morris, your host, and we want to thank you for joining us again. And we're trying to do informative programs so that the public will know the types of services that are available. And we have with us today a very, very special guest, the CEO for Options in Hammond, Mrs. Sylvia Bush. How are you today?
I am awesome. It is a beautiful day, and we are always blessed to be here, and we appreciate this opportunity to talk to your viewers.
Right, and thank you for coming, because a lot of times people don't know the types of services. And as I said earlier, we want to be informative of those things that will help people. You have a lot of participants in your program, but first of all, I'd like for you to give a little history of Options, about the organization, about yourself, why you got involved, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I'm delighted to be able to do that, because even though I've been doing this for 25 years, it is amazing the number of people in our community who do not know about our programs and services, or they know a small piece and not the whole picture. Right. So this is a wonderful opportunity, and I thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
This is a service that has been in our community for 40 years.
Oh, wow.
We believe and are passionate about serving people with disabilities. It was started by Mary Perosco and parents who wanted to make sure that there were community services for their family members. They wanted to be sure that there would be a circle of support in the community, and that if the person with the disability was out in the community, that they would have friends and neighbors and be connected. Right. And so that has been our passion. Our mission is to help people with disabilities to live and work in the community, and we want to make sure that that's happening. So I have several points that I really want to get across, is that Options wants to make sure that we are here for the long haul. We do get government funds, but the government funds are grossly inadequate to meet the needs of people with disabilities. We are not about providing minimum services. We are about providing the best quality services for people with disabilities. In order to do that, we need community support. We also want people to know that if you have a child with a disability, we want you to know that you need to be thinking about plans for the child now, and getting them on service waiting list, and talking to agencies such as Options, so that you can make sure that there are services for your child when they get out of special ed. It's very sad when family members contact us, and either the child's getting out of special ed and they don't know where they're going to go now, and they have not made any arrangements for funding, because when you're in special ed, you have a free and appropriate education, but when you get out, there is no free and appropriate services that are just there. The state has waiting lists for all of our services. So we want parents to get their children on waiting list early. The other thing is that this is the first generation of people with disabilities that will probably outlive their parents and may outlive their siblings, and we are seeing that, where older parents are faced for the first time with knowing that they have a person with a disability that has done well and is much more healthy than they are, and they need to start planning for that person. So we encourage people to think about planning for the future and getting involved with an organization like Options, so that you can make sure that there are services for your family member, for your neighbor, for your friend, when you need it.
Okay, I noticed throughout Tangipahoa Parish you have participants who provide services. So Tell us a little bit about the type of training that you give the participants, if possible.
We have a variety of work programs and some enrichment programs that help people with disabilities on a day-to-day basis. The focus is on helping people to maximize their potential, on giving them a person-centered service for them to have something meaningful to do during the day. As an example of that, we have people cleaning at the sheriff's substation. When Sheriff Daniel Edwards became the sheriff, he wanted to make sure that there was a environment there of caring, and he felt partnering with Options to have people with disabilities would be a way to help make sure that happens. And so he's been very good at hiring a team of people, and it's a group of people with disabilities who go in and clean that office with a staff person who does all of the quality assurance and making sure that the bathrooms are well kept and everything else happens there.
Well, I can attest that that is true. I mean, I see your commercials, but a lot of times when commercials are filmed, they are filmed just to sell the idea, but when you see the actual performances done, it means a lot, and the courtesy is just unbelievable. There's the participants are some of the most courteous people that I've ever encountered out and around, and I see them in a lot of places, the school system, and certainly we want to thank Sheriff Edwards for involving the Sheriff's Department and partnering with Options to do a job well done. So in Options, you do have people who come in and train the participants on what to do and how to do it, taking pride in what they do.
Right. A lot of the training is on the job.
Okay.
And we are always looking for people to provide the training also. But the way it works is that there are groups of people with disabilities, or there may be individuals. We have had a gentleman working at Popeyes for 25 years. Okay. Seasoning chicken, and he is a shining star, and certainly somebody that the Hunts are very proud of, that he's been a partner with them. And I love to tell this story. It's a little old, but during Hurricane Katrina, he did not want to stay with the group. He wanted us to, after the storm was over, to take him by Popeyes, put a note on the door so that they knew where to find him, so when they opened up, he could go back to work.
Right.
That's the work ethic of many people. We have individuals. He's an employee of Popeyes. We have individuals who work at Winn-Dixie, Walmart, and many other businesses are employing people with disabilities. Then that second group that we talked about a little bit are group workers, where we're going out and cleaning buildings. We clean a lot of buildings at Southeastern. We're cleaning 4 substantial buildings, including the Teacher Education Center at Southeastern. We partner with a variety of businesses. About 56 people with disabilities are out every evening cleaning buildings.
Wow.
And to that means that there's a tremendous transportation program that most people with disabilities are not able to drive, so we're getting them to and from those jobs. In addition, we have our garden center, which a lot of people know and love, but it's out by the airport, and we still have verbena and annuals and coleus and some other really nice plants if people want to come by 8 to 3, Monday through Friday. And that provides employment for people with disabilities as well as enrichment. And then we have other assembly work and other things. We recycle Mardi Gras beads. And one of our new things that's come about in the last couple of years is Fabulous Finds, which is a resale store in Ponchatoula.
Oh, wow.
And it's on 6th Street. And it's just 2 ways you can get involved, and sometimes people do both. You can donate your gently used clothes, or you can come shopping. Some people come in, like Liz Pugh, Representative C's Pugh came in, and she was donating some things, and as Steve says, she came home with more than she donated, he thinks. But you can come in and you can drop off and pick up. If you are inclined to be cleaning out your closet, which is sometimes a good time to do it, is in the summertime. So clean out, bring over the Fabulous Finds, and then look at what other great things might be there. So that's some of the things that we have on the work front. And then We also have a new program that we've started called Enrichment,
Okay.
which is a non-work program which helps people with disabilities who want to do something during the day and may not want to do assembly work, packaging beads, or any of those types of things, or cleaning buildings. And those individuals are doing a food-to-table gardening program. They are involved with Jeff Day at SPOGA, doing an exercise program. They're very involved with the Hammond Regional Arts Program. And all of those things go to activities every day that help them to have an enriching life. And so that's what they're doing 8 to 3, Monday to Friday. And that's our whole day program.
Okay.
Then we have residential services. We have 4 community homes.
Okay.
Where 2 for men and 2 for women, and 6 people each live in a home, and they live like a family, have meals, they have round-the-clock staff with them, helping them to do all their daily activities, and helping them to participate in community programs also, and go to church and all those things during the week.
Okay. I'm listening to all of the great things and all of the great programs that you have. As CEO, have you ever considered outside of sending participants to the school system, maybe going in yourself as CEO or maybe one of your representatives talking to seniors or junior high kids about the importance and just using some of your participants as an example that if a person with a disability can take this much pride in doing what they do, how much more can you do and being able to get an education and become a productive citizen? Have you ever thought about that?
I have not yet, but I'd be glad to talk to you more about that.
Okay.
Again, I think Options is always interested in partnerships. How can we partner with the community, because we are always looking for ways for people with disabilities to be in the community and be involved, and then how can people in the school system or anywhere also get involved with people with disabilities, and we're always open to that.
Right, and I think about the fact, and we're getting ready to go for a break now, that when students see the importance, then they become empathetic to what another person is doing, and well, I want to do better. And you know, I was looking at a video of a student pretty much saying that same thing, that I couldn't do, my parent couldn't do rather, but I want to do because they couldn't do. So I think that's something that I'd really like to talk to you about.
Well, we are interested in getting the word out in
Right.
any opportunity, so we'd be very, very happy to talk to anybody, to you or to anybody in your viewing audience that would like us to come and talk about how we can partner.
Right. This is so interesting, but we got to go for a break now. We're going and we'll be right back.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet.
What a perfectly beautiful little lady.
That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals.
Cute little rascal.
Eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet.
Oh, ladies first.
Be that person. Adopt.
This is living. Hey, kid.
To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to the PM Talk Show. This is Pat Marsh, your host, and we have with us the CEO for Options, Mrs. Sylvia Bush. And during the first half, she was giving a very detailed update on the services that are provided by Options. Ms. Bush, you've given us a plethora of programs that you're doing. Are there any more?
There are. One of our programs is a weaving program, and our wonderful volunteer Karen Pfeiffer from Meddendorf is volunteering her time with a couple of her friends to teach people with disabilities how to weave. And we're just getting that going, but it has great momentum and great enthusiasm, and has been a tremendous opportunity for people with disabilities to enrich their lives and have a whole nother avenue to pursue. So that's happening. We also have 2 other programs that have been around a long time, which are our supported independent living program, where we work with people, and we have about 50 or 60 people who live in their own apartment or living arrangement, and we go in and provide supports to them, as well as personal care attendants, where we're going into family homes and helping a family member to take care of those individuals.
Okay, great. Now, I see you're getting ready to do some hiring for direct service workers for Options. Can you tell us something about that and where that will be going on and when?
We are very eager to find more caregivers. In this day and age, it is very important that we develop more people, and our new generation hasn't had as much experience with being caregivers as in older generations, where grandma lived with you and you helped take care of grandma and your aunt or uncle. So it isn't as much of a culture that, but we are looking to find people who have that in their heart. We will help train them. We are looking for people who want to learn about it, or older people who may have raised their family and they really don't like staying home in the evenings alone, or they'd be willing to work evenings or weekends, because those people I just mentioned in supervised independent living often need supports and assistance, often doing fun things in the community, but they can't go by themselves. They need a little bit of supervision. They need to make sure they're taking eating right, going to their doctor's appointments, all of those types of things. So we need caregivers who are going to do those kinds of things, that are kind of a support person to the person with a disability. We have a few people with disabilities who need a lot of assistance, and again, if that person does, we will train them. But we want to make sure that we are finding enthusiastic, positive, caring people. So we're looking for venues to get the word out that Options is definitely hiring. We have a number of positions. Weekends are our toughest position to fill, but we do need caregivers. So sometimes that might be good for somebody who really needs a second job.
Right.
You know, they can work Monday through Friday and then pick up shifts on Saturday or Sunday. And the shifts can range from a 12-hour shift on Saturday or Sunday to 5 hours. It can be 2 to 10. There's just a whole variety of hours that people can work.
Right.
So once you commit, we want you to commit to the person with a disability and to a regular schedule. But in planning that schedule, you have an enormous amount of flexibility to what the schedule is. If you want to come out and fill out an application today, you can come out to Options out by the airport at 19362 West Shelton Road. You can go online, and the website is on the bottom of your screen, or you can come to a job fair that we're having, where we're going to tell you all about Options. So if you're a little hesitant, you don't know whether you want to do this or not, you can come in and just get an overview before you even fill out an app. So we're having 4 opportunities for people who meet our criteria. And first of all, the criteria does require that you're 21 years of older because of insurance. We really need somebody to have a high school diploma or GED. If that's not possible, you can still call us and we'll see if we can do some things to work around that. You must have a good driving record for at least 3 years, because many times people with disabilities are getting in your vehicle and you are taking them to the movies, to a festival, to a theater, to some activity. And of course, we need you to make sure that you have no criminal record at all, because all of those things, we have to make sure that we have somebody who's responsible taking care of a person with a disability. So those opportunities to learn about Options or on July 8th at House on the Rock up in Mead, and we thank House on the Rock for helping us with this. And that's at 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. And there'll be 2 programs, one starting at 10 and one starting at 1. Or on Wednesday, July 9th at Seekers Point Church in Hammond at 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. And if you have any questions about those locations or anything else that you want to know more about, please call Options at 345-6269. That's area code 985.
Okay, and another thing, you do your own drug screening?
Options sends people to North Oaks.
Okay.
North Oaks is one of our partners, so we go to
Okay.
North Oaks Occupational Health and make sure that we get drug screening, yes.
Right. So your direct service workers obviously will be working directly with your participants.
Absolutely. But we drug test everybody.
Okay, great. Great. That's a good thing. Your sponsors for your program, I'm sure you have plenty of those, but there's always room for more. What would be your best pitch? And I think you've already given one, but just from the heart to somebody who's looking to sponsor options.
Whether somebody wants to make a donation of a small check or be a sponsor, or whatever you want to do, your money makes a difference. All of your money that you donate to options stays local. It is really helping people with disabilities to be contributing members of our community. So there's a way to get involved, even if you can't write a check and you want to come volunteer. We are always looking for volunteers to help us in our activities. So the best thing I can tell you about donating or getting involved or coming to work at Options, the answer is the same. It feels good. It really feels good. You know you're making a difference. I find in my 35 years of doing this that it has been extremely rewarding to me. I feel like I am making a difference, and that this is just such a wonderful, caring community that when we do something, as Sally Ann Roberts, who was recently a supporter of ours at our fundraiser, High Tea, says, it's like putting a pebble in the water. You create a ripple effect.
Right.
So if you get involved with Options, you are creating a ripple effect that not only helps you and the person with the disabilities, but everybody else you come in contact with.
Okay, how many fundraisers do you have each year?
We have a lot of little events that people help us
But your
do.
larger ones?
Our largest one is the fact that we are in the middle of wrapping up a fundraising season where we've just done a mail out and just been promoting it. And Channel 17 will be running a video very soon about our major supporters. So we're just wrapping up our most significant fundraiser, and then we're going to be sitting down and talking about what we're going to do next.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for doing a great job.
Well, it is an honor to serve this community. I feel very privileged to live here.
Yeah, how long have you been with Options?
35 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, and you've
I
been
was a baby when I started.
Oh, my goodness. I understand that. But you seem to enjoy the job that you're doing.
I love what I do. I love the people. I love the experience that being part of the Options family gives. We have so many good, caring staff people, people with disabilities who just appreciate what you're doing for them, wonderful family members who are very grateful for what we're doing for their family member.
Right. I watch your commercials again a lot of times, and I see the faces of your participants and how enthusiastic they are, how they enjoy the jobs that they're doing, and how they take pride. And it's only a testament to the types of training that you and your workers give to people with disability, and I want you to know it's greatly appreciated.
Well, we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. To those who are already sponsors, we want to thank you. And to any potential sponsors that we have, we want to invite you to come to contact Mrs. Bush, and all of her information is on the bottom of the screen. Anytime the fundraisers are forthcoming, we ask that you participate, whether it's great or small, as she said, because it all helps, and it helps in a worthy cause, and your tax-deductible dollars are really very well invested in a service that helps us all in one way or the other. So thank you. Thank you even to those who are considering. Are there any closing comments that you'd like to make?
I think you just said it. Thank you. Thank you to everybody in the community and everybody who is part of Options.
Well, this is Pat Marsh, your host. We're saying thank you for joining us again today. Continue to contribute. Continue to keep options in your prayers. Continue to thank the participants when you see them on different jobs for a job well done, because that encouragement goes a long way. We thank you for joining us again out here on beautiful Miller Lake. We want you to know that knowledge is powerful. It does matter. Thank you, and God bless.